guys. I just want to start off by saying if you're ignorant or biased, then your best bet is probably not to view this video. Let's just say because ultimately you'll get upset, because seriously I'm about to put Vixx on blast. I honestly was rooting for this group because really these boys are musically talented and some phenomenal performers. So please don't misunderstand me. This has nothing to do with me not being a part of their fandom, because this is a judgment not based on their artistry but of their character. Now this news isn't necessarily surprising to us, and honestly that's what makes it so disheartening. But Vixx, again, has made another comment about N's skin color. Notably, N is darker than most of his members in Vixx, or I mean moreover, a lot of the people in Korea. We all know that Korea is heavily homogeneous, so 99% of the population is Korean, of course, and there are also Koreans who are extremely pale, and most of them want to remain that way. So, before I dive into this topic here, I just want to stress that Vixx is a group of some grown-ass men. Let me reiterate that. Vixx is a group of some grown-ass men. Some really not up to here, they didn't know any better, or it wasn't on purpose, because they knew what they were doing and it was intentional. Like, trust me, if you know better, they know better. Really, they're just being childish bullies. They're picking on him over something he has absolutely no control over. Now, I don't know a lot about N, but I do know his skin color did not get that dark overnight. Meaning, before Vixx, there were people picking on him about the same thing. Go figure, right? I feel strongly about this because I myself was picked on about the way that I speak, and I still am until this day picked on about the way that I, present myself. But then you get people who just say, well, he laughs along with it, so it must not bother him that much. But do you really understand how much easier it is to just laugh along with it? It's far less complicated to engage in laughter with them rather than to have to explain it. Because really, if you don't laugh, you just seem vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable, you look weak. And if you look weak, what are you doing? You're giving them another reason to joke you. Because you're sensitive, you're liable to be the laughing stock. So you honestly have two options. You laugh it off, or you try to explain it to these people for you to give them another tumbleweed of reasons to continue joking you. It's easier to just laugh it off. It's honestly hard to just break surface with somebody with a thick skull. Like, what are we supposed to do? You're not gonna understand. But really what baffles me is Vixx kind of expresses themselves as to be a close group. So I'm assuming it's safe to make that assumption, rather, that, they can all confide in one another. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'd confide in somebody who takes my skin color as a joke. Like, if I really want to get into it, are your fans a joke? Because really, Vixx, I'm pretty sure a good percentage of your international fan base have dark skin. So, are they a joke? But the kicker. Here's the kicker. These stars idolize rap artists in America, all of whom have dark skin. Like, how do you sit there and pick on N about his skin, but then turn around and say Big Sean's your favorite artist? How do you do that? That's like blatant disrespect to these artists that they fawn over. The way I see it, if their skin is a joke, they must be a joke, and by default, their music is ultimately a joke. If I could say one thing to Vixx right now, I would ask them, when do they intend to start treating N like a friend? Because, quite frankly, I'm not aware of anyone who would do something like this to someone they cared about. And to anyone out there who glorifies this behavior, then, I don't know, you need Jesus or something, because clearly I can't save you. It is what it is!